Honey, when I tell you, a lot of these pastors are sick. I'm so sick and tired of seeing these pastors in the news for PDF, touching on kids, or being abusive, or killing somebody. I mean, it's sick. And these are the people that we were told that was closer to God, that have a special privilege. It's all bull crap, okay? I've been around the church people enough. I was raised in it to know it's bull crap. So this pastor, Atlanta, mega church pastor, isn't it always the big churches? Isn't it all? Well, it's the little churches too. It's all of them. But the mega church pastor has been arrested for beating a child. He beat him so bad that they said it was like blood all on his back, all on his legs. I mean, this stuff is disgusting. And then the other leaders in the church, they said they didn't know. And it's like, how do you know? God didn't tell you what was going on in your church? You got so much wicked stuff in your church and you can't determine the spirit. You don't have, what is it? And I got the spirit of, I forgot the spirit. I'm trying to say D. It started with a D, I think. This discernment. You don't have the spirit of discernment, you know? Clearly they don't have no spirits of discernment. Everything is just hocus pocus. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. Let's check this out.
A church associate pastor is accused of child abuse after police say that he disciplined a teenager with a cord. Channel 2's Corey James is live now outside of 2819 Church. And Corey, you spoke briefly with the pastor who was arrested.
That's right, Wendy, and that church is right behind us. We went to the home of Pastor Kenneth McFarland in Henry County tonight to get his side of the story. But when I told him who I was, he immediately shut the door.
Very sad.
Derek Lawrence stood in his driveway in shock after learning his Stockbridge neighbor.
Time out. See, I cannot stand these fake, phony Christians, and majority of the world are fake, phony Christians. I respect those that are real and genuine and pure, but most of them is demons disguised as Christians. Most of them is demons cosplaying as Christians. How could you turn the door on anybody? You know? You don't turn the door on anybody. You're supposed to be honest. You know, lying is an abomination. Lying is a sin. Be honest. You don't have anything to hide. But most of these Christians in these big churches, small churches, they have a lot of shit to hide. It's all a big scheme just to get more money, I tell you, and to control, to get more money and to control. That's what I've learned. Let's go.
Neighbor, 42-year-old Kenneth McFarland, had been arrested and accused of child cruelty.
I'm just surprised that happened. Just surprised, because that's not his character.
McFarland was an associate pastor of Atlanta megachurch.
Clearly, he don't have no discernment. That's not his character, but yet he's done it, and most likely he's done it multiple times to a lot of different kids. This is the only child that really spoke out and said something. And then I'm sorry, you guys, I have to point this out. This is a big motherfucker. You know, gluttony is a sin. How could he even be a pastor of anything when he don't even control his flesh? You know, they say in the Christian world, like I said, I know about it because I was brought up and I was groomed in it, okay? But you're obese, you don't control, you overeat, okay? That's how he got big, gluttony, you know? But it is what it is, and then have the nerve to beat this boy, you know? And why did you beat the boy, you know? Did he eat your cookies or Twinks or some shit? I mean, what the fuck? It don't make any sense because it's wicked.
Church 2819, located just off Greenbrier Parkway.
I am the chief of staff here at 2819.
The church's executive pastor, Lonnell Williams, released this statement saying in part, quote, last week, church leadership learned that Kenneth McFarland was arrested and charged with a serious crime involving the physical harm of a child. Based on the information that we were able to gather and verify, I made the decision to dismiss Kenneth McFarland from our staff, end quote. And according to the police report, this all came to light after a staff member here at Creekside Christian Academy noticed blood on the back of the child's pants. Investigators say when they asked what happened, the teen told them they had been disciplined on November 10th by McFarland with an extension cord from a gaming system. The report says there was bruising to the upper right thigh and lower buttocks.
He's into the church a lot.
All shocking news for Lawrence, who tells us he too is a pastor.
I can say that I'm very disappointed if that happened, you know.
Oh my God, if that happened. All these pastors are wicked, I promise you. Okay? He's a pastor. He didn't have discernment. He don't even know a demon that's staring him in the face. This pastor, other guy, big as foot, fat as foot, you know. I mean, he big right there. I tell you, he's in his flesh. Okay? But hey, their world, not mine. All right. Comment. Let us know your thoughts about this. Let me see if it's any more.
And the church says it does not tolerate any violence of any kind from any member of the team, especially involving children. Again, McFarland refused to comment tonight when we showed up at his home in Henry County.
An Atlanta mega church.
He's so a coward. If you're so honest, show your face. Speak truth to power. This is the time to show that Jesus is on your side, that the Almighty, that you are real, that you are honest, but you hide behind your house. You hide behind your mansion like a fucking coward because that's what you are. You don't have any spirits. Everything you do is hocus pocus. You don't want to face the wrath and the consequences. At least the people in the Bible, I will say the felons that wrote the Bible, at least they were not cowards. You know, they were okay with being outcasts because everybody in the book of the Bible that wrote the Bible, they were all outcasts. They all died a horrible death because I guess they died for what they believed in, you know. But these individuals, they're cowards. Make me want to throw up. Comment, let us know your thoughts about this, and I'll see you guys on the next video.